I'm just getting stuff ready. Can everyone confirm that they can hear me, please? Please let me know you can hear me. I'm just getting stuff ready, guys. Hi, everyone. Can you let me know that you can hear me, please? I'm just gonna jump in right now. 1 second. Let me see what everyone's saying. Hi. Hi, RM. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you can hear me? Hi, Autumn. Great. So glad. Okay, guys, so if you want to get in on this, just go to the description box. It will let you know how this works. Again, no super chats unless you want to pay more, because I just don't get it. I only get 40% of what you send. So it does unfortunately have to go through PayPal, okay? And please, if you are paying through PayPal, make sure that you are putting your question within the payment section. There is an option there to write your question, okay? Just so I can like easily navigate and I don't have to reach out to you through the chat, okay? I am gonna be here for a kind of like an hour. So like again, if you want to get in, I am waiting for people to show up. I'm just gonna log in right now to my PayPal account. So bear with me. Please note, you can say hello as well. I'm also here, like I can see the chat. Don't think that you just have to, be here if you want a reading. I'm also here to chat as well too. Okay, so I can see the chat. Let me just also, is that wire in the way? Oh goodness, I hate that. Okay, I'm just going to also talk to my cards. So just bear with me here. Please bring forth the messages that everyone needs to hear today, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Again, when you're coming in, say hello. I'm here to chat. It's not just about readings. I can see the chat. If there's anything that you want to ask me, you can ask me about, obviously anything else. But if you want a reading, please follow the description. I think I've been doing this long enough. I think people know what to do. But if you don't, just go within the description box. You can see it there, how this whole thing works. And unfortunately, guys, I can't do, again, the super chats. Just because, again, like, YouTube takes 40%, okay? So no super chats unless you want to send more, unless you want to send more than what I'm asking for. And just remember as well too, if you are paying, and let's say you're like not Canadian, let's just say, for example, you're American, it should be cheaper on your end. So when you're using the calculator, it needs to be $25 on my side. Okay, not 25 USD. Okay, a lot of people get confused by that. So it should be less. It should be like, I don't know, $18 or something like that, or 17. I actually don't know. But it will be less. Okay, I'm gonna go check. Just warming up my cards. Please bring forth again the message that, everyone who will be booking today, what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Okay, let me go over there. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going over to my PayPal. What the heck is wrong with this stupid internet? It's like something happens when I go live. It just takes up for some reason, or makes everything slow for some reason. Okay, let me just go through. I am going to say just the first names. Okay, let me just go through the rundown here. We've got Ashley first. Good, you sent your message. Then we've got, I'm assuming that's RM. Okay, and then we've got Jasmine. Okay, so I'm going to start with Ashley. What is the future of my connection with DG? How does he feel about reconnecting with me in the future? What can I do to ensure I do my part to be able to reconnect with him? That's a lot of questions. Let's bring forth the messages that Ashley needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Future connection with DG. Let's just leave it up to spirit. Future connection. Oh, wow. So there is a connection. You can better believe that. Okay? Absolutely. When you see that card, you definitely, it was felt on both ends. So I'm assuming you guys are in a separation right now because, you know, hold on. Just bear with me here. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, Ashley, at the end of the day, you do whatever you feel guided to do, but these cards are saying, don't you dare step forward on it, like initiate anything. This guy, is it a guy? Yeah, it's a he. He will be taking initiative, but it needs to be him. You know, you're asking, what can I do to ensure I do my part? You don't have to do nothing, honey. Not with these cards. This man will make a move when he feels guided to, but I will say, okay, this is interesting. Hold on. Let me just go back to the chat. He needs to make sure, okay, not he needs to make sure. He needs to miss you enough in order to make that, take that act, like that act upon. Now, I know that can sound really bad because you're like, maybe thinking like, really? Well, how dare he? Yeah, I'm just seeing that it needs to get bad enough, like as far as what he misses, how he feels with the loss of you, and then he will act. I don't know what's going on right now, but it may not be there completely, okay? Oh, hi, Ray. Hope you're doing well. This connection, it's on a break. I see that with the Four of Swords. It needs to be on a break. I don't know what the circumstances are, but it needs to be on a break. With the Magician card, something is being worked on. Magician, actually, that's the first time I ever saw the Magician and said, that's the universe in itself. That's the universe's magic right now. So the break is necessary. Now, I do feel like I'm wondering here, are you there, Ashley? Because I have questions for you. Was there something of a belief system that caused the separation? Or like, did that person think a certain way that led to the ending? Because there's going to be a working on with that. Whatever they believed as to kind of why there needed to be a break, that's going to slowly disintegrate. But you are supposed to reconnect. Absolutely, with these cards. This tells me this. This tells me this. This tells me this. But please live your life. Please live your life, because I'm going to say another thing, and I want to be very honest here. In this meantime, whatever is happening with the separation, there are other females that are being explored. The problem is that he is going to get to the point where he's going to go through these females and he's going to be like, okay, at the end of the day, I'm still thinking of her. It's not working. So I don't know if he's trying to move on or replace whatever he felt with you, but it will not top the High Priestess. This Three of Cups is a bunch of harems, okay? Boring. Like, I'm hearing distorted karmic, okay? Yay, I'm being things off with him because he needs healing and was treating me poorly. Okay, when he comes back, you better really make sure. Okay, so this is interesting. Don't reach out, but when he does come back, that's when you then control the pace. You don't do anything right now, but when he comes back, then that's when you control the pace. He needs to work for it because, listen, I understand everyone's human, but why did he have to go and do like experiment with all of this to see your true value? You know what I mean? So you got to control the pace to make sure he's really actually changed. Because I am seeing here that he will be going like a merry-go-round with other females. He will be like seeing what's out there. He will be exploring. And unfortunately, it's just not going to fulfill whatever he had with you. But this is one of those things where I had to kind of go away to see what I had. So, yikes. I don't know how you're going to feel about that, you know? Be in your dark feminine energy. Dark feminine? I never heard of that before. Isn't it just feminine? Why the word dark? Just curious. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just curious though. But yeah, like there's nothing you have to do. Nothing. And I'm going to tell you with this guy, this is not a guy you chase. This is a guy who needs a slap in the face, not obviously physically, but he needs a slap in the face from life. And then he'll kind of perk up and realize what he had. But he will be coming back. You can bet your bottom dollar he will be coming back. But you better control the pace when that happens. How he feels about you? You are a high priestess. Give me a moment, okay, Mel? Yeah, you got to control the pace with this guy. He needs to be taught a lesson so that with this Four of Swords, he never makes a mistake again. You know what I mean? Let me see what else you asked here, because I think I've touched on everything, but just give me a moment. Let me see here. Oh, you already paid. Okay, so I'm on Ashley right now, then it's RM, then Jasmine, then Garima, and then you, Mel. So 1, 2, 3. You're like fourth in line. What is the future of my connection with DG? Okay, he's coming back. His sorry ASS, not my word, spirit. How does he feel about reconnecting with me in the future? He's going to really want to, because he's not going to be able to recreate whatever he had with you with anyone else, okay? What can I do to ensure I do my part to be able to reconnect? Nothing. Nothing. Do not, this is not a guy you chase. He needs to chase you. You're a high priestess. You're a high priestess, okay? Very feminine. And I don't mean feminine like girly looking. I mean like you got a lot going on for you. He was actually lucky to meet someone like you. You got a lot going on. You have a lot of good qualities, Ashley. Okay? So you got to stand in that position of the high priestess. A high priestess does not chase anyone. Okay? All right, I'm going to move on. Any messages? Okay, let me go back to the chat. He said that I didn't stick with him to work through everything. That's not your job to. Are you married to him? Do you have kids? Like, do you have children with him? Are you married to him? Like, that's not your job. And it's actually the cards were saying that he needed that separation. So you being around while he works on whatever he needs to work on in that meantime, that was not going to benefit him. You needed to leave, okay? You're welcome. Okay, messages. RM, messages for RM. Sometimes you can't hold people's hands through the work they need to do. That's just not a thing, okay? Yeah. Let's bring forth the messages that RM needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What do you want her to know right now? And stand by, okay, RM? Stand by in case I have questions for you. Do you have a brother? Do you have a brother? I feel like he's going to be going through some things soon. He may reach out to you. This is about family. This is about family. That Ace of Swords is like, yes, clarification. I've got like a family argument. A family argument. And unfortunately, I feel like you're going to have to be the mediator, which honestly, like, I don't think you deserve to be, but because I feel like you're not in the argument, that's what makes you the mediator. Now, I'm going to say something. I feel like your brothers actually, okay, don't take my word for anything, but I feel like it's actually your family that are the instigators or the ones that are going to be in the wrong. But unfortunately, because there's something traditional about them, they will not be able to see it. But your brother is going to see them for who they are. Now, have you already seen your family for who they are? But he hasn't, because he's going to be seeing the light. And I feel like I want to say good luck with this, because you're the mediator when it's like unfair. It's a little unfair. It's unfair. This feels unfair, but this is necessary. But yikes, I don't ever want to talk about anybody's family in a bad way. Not that I'm talking about them in a bad way, but like they need to get with the times or something. Like they've spent too long being the way that they are. They need to start getting a second opinion or opening up their mind a bit, you know, because I feel like people are trying to tell them things. And it's like, you know, I have my fingers in my ears, like, nah, 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 I don't hear you. That's kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like, I refuse. So I really want to say good luck with this, but I don't mean to be like cheeky, you know? Chicha, that's impossible because they are so stubborn. That's why I want to leave my mother behind. Yeah. I just like, Spirit keeps saying good luck with this, but it's like, it's not funny at the end of the day, really. One card. Oh man, very symbolic of the Tower. Crash and burn. Like this is like butting heads. Like we've got a, and look at this, we've got a wall. We've got a wall here, which represents, you know, this family, like just not gonna listen, you know? So listen, I guess it depends on how you take this. I mean, this could be a good thing, right? Because you're saying that your brother wasn't able to see maybe them in the way that they were or the way that you did. But I don't know. I think he did. It's just he may have wanted to be a little bit more loyal. Not that you're not loyal, but I think he wanted to hang on a little bit. But this relationship is going down, and it's kind of like that thing where it's like You know when people get into a fight and then they're like, okay, they tell some other person, okay, text that person. Like they don't, it's like petty. It's so petty. Text that person that I'm not coming to see them. It's like, why don't you just text them? No. I don't want anything to do with them. You're going to text them. You're in the middle, but it's necessary. The chips are falling. Is that a saying? The chips are falling? I don't know what this means. I never heard the chips are falling. Crash and burn. I don't know that they're not going to ever reconcile, but you've got like a family argument coming up. Oh, you are always the mediator? Yikes. Okay. We've got that here. And they keep saying good luck. I don't think it's funny, but Spirit thinks it's funny. Sorry. Oh my God. This whole spread is about that. I don't have anything else coming through for you. I just, this is like drama that I really don't want to deal with, you know? Because I feel like you're going to want him to grow up and handle it himself. I don't care how old he is. It's like, come on, grow up and handle this yourself. But unfortunately, you're getting sucked into it, okay? I told my mother that her and my stepfather will be seen and there won't be any turning back. Interesting. I told my brother who they are, but I was hoping for something positive. Isn't this positive, though? Because your brother is starting to see the light. So I think this is positive. You know? But at the same time, it's also karma playing itself out, right? With the Justice card, it's karma playing itself out. So it depends on how you look at it, okay? There's unfortunately nothing else coming through. It's the whole spread is about that. Just going down the line here. Next, we've got Jasmine, then Garima, then Mel, and then Ray. So unfortunately, I can't say anything more. Sometimes you get more, right? Aw, thank you, Way Zero. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes in a spread, you'll get a couple different things. This is all about one thing. And maybe because it's going to be a huge thing. That's why it took up the whole spread, because this looks diabolical. This looks like, again, drama I don't want to deal with. But it is karma playing itself out. I'm always the idol in the family. Yeah, most light workers are. I remember being as young as like 4 years old and looking at these grown people around me fighting and being like, I just don't get why they can't get it together. It's so easy. All you have to do this is this and this and this. It's so easy. I remember doing that at the age of 4, like just scratching my head as to why things had to be as complicated as they were. So you're not alone, okay? All right, I'm moving on. We've got Jasmine. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Next steps for career and love. Am I on the right path? What do I need to do and what am I doing right? Okay, that's a lot of questions. That's a lot of questions. This is supposed to be just for one. How do I go about asking this? Okay. Talk to us about her path. Let's just talk to her. Let's just talk to her about her path. So I could see why you may feel like you're not on the right path or you're wondering, because I think you're very tired right now, but it's kind of interesting because I feel like this is a good thing though with the 10. Yeah, you're moving. So there's a cycle. You'll be, just give me a moment. Let me get all the cards out. Wow, 2 10s on top of each other? Yeah, something new is coming for you. Something unexpected. Give me a moment. Oh man. How much inner work have you done? Like, how much would you consider you've done? Because I know it's kind of subjective. Because I thought I had worked a little bit on myself until 2020 hit, and that was a whole other ball game. And then I went real deep. And then I was like, oh my God, I thought I was awakened before. Please, that was nothing. Right now, okay, first question. Are you there, Jasmine? I want to know if you're in a relationship or did you just end one? A massive amount and I continue. Okay. Are you with anybody right now romantically or did you just end something? Answer me that before I continue. I'm single and I ended a class. My last relationship was 2023. Okay. Whatever that relationship was, it was important to happen. I don't know if you consider it like a waste of time, but it actually is preparing you for your real person. So I do see a person coming in. You know, that answer is love. Okay. Love is coming. But more work is also coming as well too before that person steps in. And Hangman is like enlightenment, but also with the Hermit, we're deep diving, and the High Priestess. Now, with the Chariot, interesting, because you're moving into a Queen of Wands energy, which tells me you're going to be moving less and less with your mind and more with the heart. I need innocent color. I need love. Okay, got it. You're going to be moving more into feeling as opposed to the logic. And there are going to be some very important people that are coming to your life, not romantically. I've got a female and a male. I don't know if you know them right now, but they are very important to the journey. They will be moving you more into like who you're supposed to be, who you were always supposed to be, or they're coming to help because you have already committed to becoming the best version of yourself. So they're coming in to help. It's a female and a male. Now, this is the interesting thing with the female. She's not nice. She's not nice. These are not, oh, this is getting good. Okay. They are helping you to evolve into the best version of yourself. They're not coming to hold your hand, though. They're not coming to hold your hand. They are coming to test you and really, really test you. You have any females in your life right now? Not older, not mom. This is not a mom. This is same age, I feel like. The King of Cups may be a little older, but the female is your age. And she doesn't know she's being sent, but she's sent by the universe. Because the universe wants to really see like if you are who you really are. Because everything when it's up and up is good, but how are you going to react when it's not so good? She is something else, I'll tell you. She is something else. And you'll know who she is. I don't know if you know who she is right now. Like you will intuitively know when you meet her. You'll be like, oh, that's who Chitra was talking about. Or you know who she is right now and it's hitting you and you're like, yes, I know who she is. But you are absolutely with the Chariot on the right path. You're never not on the right path. That's like a big message to everybody who's watching. This is a question I feel like that's often asked by even in my private readings, but I want you all to know something. When it looks like everything's going to shit, okay? And things, it's like maybe even sometimes there's nothing happening. That doesn't mean that you're not on your right path. But you are 100% on the right path. But you've got some, I feel like, things that are going to be thrown at you. And I think you're going to do fantastically, to be very honest. You are going to be doing very fantastic. Like, you will pass with flying colors. But this is really about navigating and reaction. Reaction. So would you say you could learn a little bit more about reaction? Let's get some more cards for this. I don't know how many I'm going to draw. I'm just going to stop when I feel guided to. Give me more about her path. Empty promises. Do you feel like that's stacking up a lot in your life? Like empty promises? Like, is this also like what you feel like the universe is giving you? Like nothing sometimes in return for all your efforts? This is not even about what other people are doing to you. This could be even how you feel like with the universe. Like, just like, I'm really trying here. Like, can you throw me a bone? Can you throw me a bone, please? These are tests to see how long you can hold out for. And I know I'm saying that very easily, but I want you to know that anything I talk about, I've been through myself. And I know it can be really hard. I question where it's going. Yeah. Let's get more. Aiding and abetting. This is the female, okay? This is the female I'm talking about. There's going to be a female that's going to really come into your life and is going to really test you. I don't know if that man she's with on the card is also the King of Cups. Maybe they're together. I have no idea. But you've got some people coming, and I feel like, oh, they may trigger you. They may really, like, this is a huge test. Oh my. Interesting. One more. Haunted by the past. Okay, and this was on the bottom of the deck. Intense shadow work. You got a lot going on, girl. You got a lot going on. I could see why you're questioning your path. This is a lot. This is a lot. And it's going to start to feel like it's just piling up. And you have to be very patient with yourself. There's going to be some times where you're going to want to stay inside your room and cry, like, and just maybe even just not participate in the world, isolate. With the Wheel of Fortune, we've got some, you know, when it's up, it's up. When it's down, it's down. So let me go back to what you asked me. Let me just go back. Let me go back. Okay, I'm going to be very honest. We're not getting anything here in career, okay? I can't help what comes out. Nothing's coming in career. There is a little bit of a nod towards a romantic relationship or finding your tribe within a relationship. What do you need to do? I don't think that with these cards, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I think you're doing very well. Riding this thing out, like trying your best to participate with what is, you know, being, you know, given to you, or, you know, I think you understand you're on a journey at this point. What am I doing right? I think you're doing well. I don't think you need to do anything, but listen, what I can say is you're going to have a lot of patience with this. This is not an overnight thing. This is not even a 1-2 year thing. Okay. And if you're like, oh, I've been on this for 1-2 years, then maybe it's a decade thing. One thing you need to know about a journey, it never ends. Okay, it never ends. Once you actively choose to be on this ascension path, hello, that's it for life. You're always growing. And, you know, I'm thinking you're already a person. You're a person who likes this, you know, very dedicated to self, you know, motivation, wanting to improve oneself. So you've already got like the foundation, but intense shadow work is coming. I don't know if you've got some things that haunt you in the past, or, you know, one thing you'll notice about this journey is you'll sometimes with some things, you'll just feel like you keep trying to heal the same thing. And that's normal as well too. But you've got a test coming in a human form, okay? It's a female and a male. I don't want to give you all the tools with this, okay? More intense shadow work set up in June. I don't want to give you the tools, okay? The universe is going to see how you handle this. I'm not here to kind of like hold your hand through it or tell you how to handle it, okay? What I can say is that there's not one thing you need to do. Usually 99.9% of the time when someone is attacking you or coming up against you, it's usually a waste of your time. Give it to the universe, okay? Give it to the universe. Don't take it personally. Look at it like step outside the fishbowl with this and look at it like subjectively, okay? That's all I'm being guided to share with you with respect to that. These two people, I don't know who they are. Well, that's great. That's great. So listen, just to wrap up this, you've got the Page of Pentacles, Star Student. You need to be told, regardless of what you asked, you're doing great and you're going to pass with flying colors. And it's going to be worth it, but you may not be able to see it right away. Okay. Good luck. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to Garima, then it's Mel, then Ray, and then Saeed. Let me just get some water, guys. Hold on. Is the person on my mind someone I'll actually get a chance to be with, or am I just being delusional? We come from really different worlds, but my intuition tells me to stay. When you say stay, what do you mean by that? Like stay on this person? Like stay focused on this person? What does that mean? Let's bring forth the messages Garima needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Is the person on Garima's mind actually someone she'll get a chance to be with, or is she just being delusional? So what I can tell you with the Judgment card, they're putting this person in your mind for a reason. There is a reason for it. So hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, Garima, are you a female? I just want to make sure you're a female because I'm seeing the name Gary. Are you a female or a male? Yes, you're female? Just put female or male because I don't know. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. Hold on here. So one thing I can say here is definitely with the Eight of Cups, And definitely with the Queen of Pentacles, make sure you're living life in the meantime. Anybody else comes along, make sure that you are, you know, especially obviously if you're interested, but make sure you are, you know, living life, okay? Taking it up on, you know, to go out and live life. There's not in, okay, this is going to be maybe a response that might irritate you a bit. There's not enough information right now at this moment in time with the timeline that we're on, like at this moment, for me to give you a definite yes. I do feel like it's a 50-50. Now, if you're like, oh, I thought you could give me a definite answer. No, absolutely I cannot, because things are always changing. Timelines are always changing. People are always making 1,000 decisions in a day that affect the outcome of tomorrow. But I will never lie to my clients. This looks 50-50 to me. 50-50. But I definitely don't want you, you know, with the Empress, I feel like you're very psychically in tune with this person. There's something of a connection. But I also feel like you need to actively work on, the only way you're going to get your mind off this person is if you put it on yourself. So see if you can do that, where you just kind of focusing on yourself, but there is a connection. So this is tricky. This is actually really tricky because I see the connection. I do see the connection. Is she going to be with this person? Or, you know, I don't think you're delusional, so we can't ask that question anymore. Is there a possibility that she could end up with this person? Oh, wow. You've been together before. Trip down memory lane. You've been together before. Not in this life maybe, but in a previous life. That's why you're so connected. You know, I'm not always that reader who's quick to say past life. But if the cards start to lead me to it, then yeah, I'll say it. But yeah, you've been together before. That's what it is. You're feeling, that's why you can't get your mind off of them. Oh, wow. It's an imprint, you know? It's an imprint. That's why you feel delusional, because your actual brain, like your physical brain, is trying to make sense of what the soul knows, but you can't pinpoint it. One card from this deck. Will they be together? Oh my God, that's hilarious. So listen, this is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? I can't give you an answer right now. I'm not even in control of this. Like sometimes it's shown to me, sometimes it's not. And that's with this card, this is what's saying, you know, you got to stop now. Like as the reader, you got to pull back, because this is not something you'll be able to see. This is on our time, divine timing. We got wrong timing. So maybe there could be something about that where it's just, it's not a possibility, but yet you feel the connection. Or it could be stalemate or perfect timing or waiting. Now, waiting on the card talks about maybe you're waiting to see how this plays out, but I'm advising you not to wait. You need to live your life. But yeah, you're not on my time or your time or whoever this person that you're thinking about's time. You're on the universe's time. So unfortunately, Garima, I can't tell you if you'll be together. You have been together though. You have been together. That's what this is. But you're getting a big confirmation here with the 8 of Cups to move forward. Okay? let go, surrender, let it go. Okay, I feel this, blah, blah, but I'm not going to, you know, maybe put my life on hold, or even put my life on hold with the thinking, are we going to be together? Are we going to be together? Do you get where I'm going? So you need to surrender this to the universe. You're on divine timing. I've pulled here from 3 different decks, and it's confirming that I can't tell you, you know? I don't want to make up stuff. I don't want to make up stuff. So that's what I'm seeing here. I see, will we at least meet, or will something transpire in this life with him? I'm not getting the answer to it. Maybe they don't want to tell you that. Maybe because maybe like, what if I did? What if I did tell you that there was something coming, right? Not that I see it, but let's say I saw it and I said, right? That's just going to put you more into the thinking of, you know, oh, and, you know, when is this going to, and then, but you're getting the message to move forward. So they don't want you knowing. They don't want you knowing. They want you to, with the 8 of Cups, move on. Let it go. Yes, I feel this way, but I'm just going to like go on with my life and say that, you know, if this person is supposed to be, like, they'll come in, and I don't need to think about it. I don't need to worry about it. It will come together on its own. But let's say I do tell you that, then you're hanging on to it. You know what I mean? So I could see why they don't want you, if they're giving you the message to move forward. I could see why they're withholding this, but this is on divine timing. And when a reader gets a card like this, you better believe it means shut your mouth, okay? I'm not allowed to say more or see more. But what I can tell you is you're not delusional, okay? Hi, Nita. So if you want, you can read the description box and follow the instructions if you'd like to have a question answered, okay? You're welcome. Okay, I'm just going back over here. I'm going to run through the line. Okay, so I've got Mel, then I've got Ray, and then I've got Saeed. What did this connection mean to Anna Long? Was it just about getting a hookup, or did he genuinely have feelings for me, wanted a relationship? I'm trying to understand why he acted the way he did. Planning dates, canceling so much, cryptic posts, changing his entire online presence after our last meeting. Okay, so that alone, just before I begin your reading, that alone, all of that effort, you could probably bet your bottom dollar he had feelings for you, because who puts that much effort into anything? Who puts that much effort into anything? But let's ask, okay? Let's bring forth the messages that Mel needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What's up with N's actions? All of his actions. Talk to us about what this connection meant to him. Look at that. Social media. You see all that stuff you were talking about? I think we have a very immature person here right now. And what I can say is that this person is still watching, still spying. But, if they're choosing social media to vent their frustrations, I would say they're immature. Okay. I've got a lot of women popping up here. Now, sometimes I can see all these women popping up as it's, more than one woman. I don't know that I feel like this is more than one woman. Not right now. I feel like this is more about being too much woman for him. Okay, so this person has put you, I feel like, on a pedestal that is really ridiculous. And I feel like there's a lot of worry about being hurt by you. So it's almost like they jumped the boat on it before they could get hurt. I'm just curious, is your person a water sign? I'm just curious. I don't know why I'm seeing Cancer. I don't know if they're a water sign. I don't know what's going on. I don't even ask questions like that. I just feel like I'm just wondering if they're a water sign, because I feel like you're very I think they were afraid of what they felt for you, but I'm getting a big sense of immaturity here. So this is the reasons for the actions, okay? I feel like we have a very immature person who is, and how crazy is it that the social media card came out? We've got somebody who is using social media for the wrong reasons, okay? What did this connection mean to them all along? I think it was a little too strong for them. I don't know if they're not used to a woman like you, but there's something of this element of them knowing deep down that they would have to step up in a certain way and not feeling like that they are ready for that, okay? I don't think they wanted to use you, but at the same time, I just feel like I'm terrified. I'm terrified of what will, I don't know, they look at you like maybe even higher caliber than them, or like what would happen if you left them? Where would that leave them? I don't think they could handle it. But as far as all of these actions, like planning dates, canceling, we've got a very triggered person, and you have to let a person like this be. They're a fire sign, Aries, but I think we're both Cancer risings. I'm a Pisces. Okay. You've got an immature person. I would say stay away. I would honestly say don't give any more life to this person, like not even through a reading. I don't think they deserve it. We've got somebody abusing social media for the wrong reasons, okay? But like I said before I pulled your cards, who does that if they don't care about somebody? This guy's triggered. When somebody's acting erratic and constantly coming towards you and pulling back, you're doing something to them, but you're also a type of person, whatever the way you make them feel, they're not ready for. They're not ready for it. Now, there are guys who use you, will cancel dates and stuff, but they're not going to do anything on their social media. This guy's trying to get to you. So you were an ego boost for him? I don't think so, actually. I'm not feeling that. Even though I think you're a higher caliber, like a female than he's used to, I don't think he looked at it as like an ego boost. I think he looked at it like, I can't handle this. So I feel he gave up before it began, just because he's trying to beat you to the finish line, because he thinks for some reason you're going to use him and abuse him. But really, maybe it's him. That's the way he acts in life. So it's like, you're kind of just mirroring back to him who he is. That's what it looks like. Very immature here in the actions. And but he knows deep down, for him to be with you. I don't know if he's aware of like your needs, your wants, or what you expect from somebody. Like, obviously what I mean by that is you're not like, you know, you can tell early on who you can use, okay? I don't think you come across like that. You didn't, not with the Empress, okay? So I think he knew very early on he was not going to be something that he could just, you know, use and, you know, use and abuse to his liking. So this frustrated him. I was approaching this with a lighthearted energy. I wanted to just have fun. Yeah, but he has feelings. That's the problem. So if he didn't have feelings, then maybe he could have done this. But there's too many feelings. And I think he also knows with the Hangman that he has to sacrifice himself in a way that he's not ready to do. But this person is still lurking. So I don't know, you know, if he's, I don't know what the social media, but you know, how could that card come up based upon what you were talking about, right? That's interesting, right? Let's get like one last card here on what she needs to know about all of this. The curtain is closed. The curtain is closed. Give me a card on this. It's over. It's over for now. So interesting, you got a 10 of Swords clarifying this. For now. I can't read for like the future. You know, things are always changing. That's the thing with the readings, guys, you know? Nothing I say is set in stone. No, my goodness. No, you did not do anything wrong. I did not see anything like that. All you did was be your fabulous self. But I guess you were too pretty. I guess you were too something, you know, not what he's used to, okay? And, you know, this man has certain ways about him that, you know, he feels like he knows he would have to give up in order to be with you, and he just doesn't want to. I think he was never in the right place for this. I mean, listen, everyone has free will. So, you know, he could have, but he chose not to. So I don't know that he's not in the right place, but sometimes someone comes along, and if it's just the right, you know, timing, or that person decides they want to make a move, even though they don't got nothing to work with, they'll do it. But, you know, you didn't really miss out on anything. You know what I mean? You did not miss out on anything with this person. I just don't see it like that. But how crazy that social media card came out. I mean, honestly, how immature do you have to be to like abuse social media? Why don't you just tell the person how you feel? Like, why do you have to speak to them through social media? It's so ridiculous. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to Ray now. Then we've got Saeed. Then we've got Shalana. Hi, Chitra. Actually remembered I do have a question. I won't be replying, but Mike texted me asking for prayers. I guess I'm curious what happens since a person who doesn't even believe in God, universe, is asking for prayers. Can you? Ooh, interesting. He never said why. He just, did you even ask? Or he just asked for prayers? Or did you even respond? That's interesting. Sometimes you know, your guys' questions make me curious as to see what the cards will say. So let's channel Ray's energy into this deck. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Why did Mike ask for prayers? Huh. Two of Wands and Two of Pentacles. Give me more on that Chariot. Have not responded and won't. He's making a trip, he said. That's good. I don't know why people always feel like they have to respond. That's good that you didn't respond. Why respond, you know? Looks like, okay, there's actually two reasons. And they're going to be kind of different from each other, which is kind of funny in a way. Okay. Does he know you're into that kind of stuff? Because I feel like this was like an attempt to bridge the gap, like not bridge the gap, but it was like an opening. Okay. It was like, oh, what can I say? I think he's been thinking about this for a while. Like, what would get her attention? Probably not like, hey, what's up? Right. So it was a little bit of that. And then it was a little bit that something's happening to him. There's a little bit of like with the Page of Swords, there's a little bit of like a spark that's coming into him. It's like the beginning, the real beginning of what looks like a spiritual awakening. And I think what he did was he went to the one who would know. And it's a little bit of that as well too. So the funny thing is though that I'm being told is that, no one's going to hold your hand, Mike. No one's going to hold your hand through this. But it's like interesting because it's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. Like he knows, so like you're like the best person to kind of talk about it out of all the people he knows. But I feel like it was also in the same breath, the best way for an opener. And maybe even thinking like, this is really good. Like if I use this, she'll probably respond because she's not used to that. Like she'll probably be like, oh, that's so weird. What's he saying? Oh, as opposed to like, hi, how are you doing? You know what I mean? So he's coming over to the light. He's coming over to the light. Oh man, but it's the very beginning stages. Excuse me, I get really tired when I read for a bunch of people at once. In a previous conversation, I told him he'd have to find his way as I did. He will fight it though. He will fight it. This is the very beginning stages. This is like when you have a little feeling and then you kind of can go back to your old ways and live your life. This is very beginning stages. He has a ways to go. But there's also with the Page of Swords, the message itself. And I feel like with the Page of Swords, it was meant to spark, like Page of Swords is very like, it's not like Page of Wands is more like, sexual in its undertones. Page of Pentacles is like, hi, how are you? Page of Swords is really like you see it and you're like, oh my God, what the hell is this guy saying? And then you start to feel concerned, you're like, oh my God, what is that? That's so crazy. Yeah, it was meant to be like that. But very beginning stages of what looks like a spiritual awakening. And he thought you would know. The thing is, and I'm so glad you left him unresponded to. If you feel guided to, Ray, leave him like that, period. I would not really suggest that you start like, one second. I wouldn't suggest that you start mentoring or helping him because why? Did anybody do that for you? You know, he has admitted that we have a psychic connection. He has called me his soulmate. I disagree. Also, I did get a vision of things happening to him about a week or so ago. And then he texted me, yeah, you're very in tune. You're very in tune. But this is what I'm saying. He thinks you would know. And he's trying to find, the problem is when you're at the beginning of this kind of thing, you think like the best thing to do is to run to people. You're gonna be in for a rude awakening with this, because when it comes to a journey, you better believe you're not gonna, it's just you, yourself, and you, okay? You know, people like this whole spiritual journey. They think it's fun. Yeah, please, okay? I actually need to come out with a Soul Tribe video soon too, because, you know, people think that these Soul Tribe members are the creme de la creme. Trust me when I say a Soul Tribe member is the friend you need, not the friend you want, okay? You have to go through these things alone. No one's going to hold your hand through it. He has to do the work. He can't do the work if you're holding his hand. And what I mean holding his hand is, you know, offering support. I mean, listen, we offer support, you know, at the end of the day between Soul Tribe members, but you have to deal with it on your own. Give me more with this situation. Now that's crazy. Now that's on the bottom is crazy too. So the first card that I picked was Between the Lines. Hidden meaning, vague, speculative, and implicit. So he's down a road, which really represents the Chariot here for me too, because we've got a road on here. But yeah, it was vague, but it was also, there was a lot behind it, Ray. And Between the Lines kind of just, you know, makes me feel like these two cards here too. He's kind of like teetering. He's teetering on what looks like the start of a spiritual journey. And then we had this at the bottom, unexpected, right? Surprise, unpredictable, shocking, and unusual, right? That's unusual. That's why you're booking the reading, right? Because you're like, what did you just say? Like, yeah. This is what's going on. Kind of feel bad for him in a way, because, you know, when you're at the beginning, I mean, I'm not at the beginning of my spiritual journey. I started my spiritual journey in 2007, but I feel bad kind of for anybody who's starting, you know, just because you have no idea what you're going to go through. And, you know, it's really beautifully designed where it starts very light and then it just amps up. But I'm telling you, it's a process and you're never done. So yeah. That's what happened here. I guess you could pray for him, you know, if you want to, you know, no hard feelings, you know, don't tell him you're praying for him, but you could send him, you know, a little prayer because he'll need it. He will need it. Okay, let me just go back here. I'm getting really tired. Oh man, I get really tired when I read for a bunch of people at once. Okay, so we are going to Saeed. What good or in love happening for me this month? What does that mean? What good? Are you also female or male? Can you write that in the chat? Okay, I'm assuming you want a love reading for this month. But can you just let me know if you're male or female, Saeed, if you're still there? Are you a man? Just write male or female. You're welcome, Ray. No problem at all. Can you write male or female just so I know how to like talk to my cards? But can you write male or female? Okay, I have to get going. So let's bring forth the messages that Saeed needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. What's coming up for love within the next 4 weeks? Is there anything happening for Saeed in love over the next 4 weeks or next month? Are you Saeed? Are you Saeed, Kanat? Are you Saeed? Please answer quickly. Love for Saeed over the next 4 weeks. So I don't see anyone here, but like in the spread, unless, you know, the problem is, Saeed, you're not responding to me. So I don't know, like, if you're a male, if you're a female. I don't know if you're into males or females. This is the problem. You know, if it is a male that you're into, I do see a male here, but this doesn't look like anything long-term. I do feel like, okay, I understand you're here, but let me just look at your photo. Okay, I can't tell. I can't tell. I'm a female. Okay, perfect. Yay. Perfect. All right. I do see, now that I know that, I do see something here, but nothing long-term. You got the player card. You got the player card. So someone will approach you, maybe even two different people. But this is not what you're looking for. Okay? This is not what you're looking for. These people that will be approaching you, they're into games, okay? I don't know how they'll approach you. I don't know where they'll see you, but you need to make sure that you just, because they're going to be good looking. Okay, got it. They're going to be good looking. But at the same time, this is a waste of time. They're a player. You need to hold out for your emperor, okay? I do feel like one of the people could be an ex that comes back, but it could be two different individuals. Now, I don't know if one of them is an ex and then one of them is a new person, but regardless, you got the player card. This is not something that's for you, okay? You may get very aggravated because, you know, it's just going to be like not something that you're looking for. And it may even lead to kind of why is this constantly happening? Why is there nobody new? I'm actually getting more around what's going on with you in the background than any love coming in. Because I feel like here, you know what you're worth. You know your value. You even feel like you come from a good family. You have a lot going on for yourself, but it's like I keep meeting people who are not serious, okay? Or, you know, maybe it's people from my past. Is there an ex? Is there an ex that you can't get rid of or something? Is there an ex? Do you have an ex? I'm just curious. Do you have an ex? Just until she responds, I'm just gonna go down the line again. After Saeed, we have Shalana. I'm reading for Saeed right now. Then we have Shalana, then Gina, and then Nandini. Do you have an ex that you can't get rid of? Yes. Never been in never been in a relationship. Okay. Listen, you're right now on your way to enlightenment. Okay. No one can be around through this. Okay. You're on a journey to your best self. And you're going to have a lot of, I feel like, men approaching who are really not on the same timeline on you. They are tests, but keep dodging them. Okay. This is about you. This is about you evolving into the best version of yourself. This is not a time right now, unfortunately. And I know you're asking me about the next month, but I'm telling you at this moment in time in your life, this is not about being with somebody. Okay. This is a time to work on you. Now, will you ever be with somebody? I'm sure. Will she ever be with somebody? After healing. After healing. More? Ha! Oh, wow. I saw that card in my head before it came out. That's crazy. That is crazy. I literally saw the Four of Wands in my head before it came out. Some things need to be worked on. So are you okay to wait? Because I'm telling you, when you do meet the person, you're a type of person, actually. You don't have to learn too much through relationships. Some people, they learn a lot of their lessons through relationships. You don't have any, really. You don't have too much of that. That's actually a good thing. Okay? So you don't have to get your heart broken multiple times. You're going to be a type of person who's with one person for the long haul. But there are things that need to be worked on. What they are, I don't know. I'm not here to read on that, okay? But, you know, there are some things. So when you have things to work on that have nothing to do with a relationship, you know, Spirit's not going to bring it in, okay? So unfortunately, I can't tell you that anything amazing is going to happen within the next month. You may have an ex or some person trying to talk to you from your past, or you may have a new person, but these are a waste of time and you will understand. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. You don't have to be like everybody else. That's good. You will know very early on that they're a waste of time. Okay? You won't be clueless to it or have to figure it out. I think you have a very sharp radar. You have a very sharp radar for that, okay? You know who's a good person from who's a bad. You could tell very early on, especially in the way that they talk to you or approach you, okay? So I'm not worried about this, okay? Trying to tell you how to spot them. Right now though, it's about you, okay? It's about you. Relationship, down the line. You don't have to go out of your way to do anything to find them. They'll come in naturally, okay? So, yeah. You're very welcome. These people are just players, okay? You need an emperor, and you're inching towards that very quickly, okay? And the interesting thing is, your emperor, when you find him, he's going to be very much like, is your father, would you consider your father a very good man? He's going to have a lot of qualities like your father, the good parts, okay? Very nurturing, very caring, very like responsible, established. A dream, okay? A dream. You are very welcome. Okay, let me just go down here, the line here. Okay, I'm on to Shalana. Shalana, if you're there, be on standby, okay, in the chat. What is the outcome of my current relationship? Let's bring forth the messages that Shalana needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Current outcome, not current outcome, outcome of her current relationship with Ari. Are you on a break? Or is there some distantness between the two of you? Or are you guys like fully together? I need to know that because I'm sensing here some sort of distance. Like, I can't explain it. I'll just wait for you to respond as I draw more cards. Give me more cards, please, or a card. Current outcome of the current relationship with Ari. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, give me a moment here because give me more on this right here. Yeah, that's something I also felt there. Reconciliation. This is a bit of like a tough one for me to describe. And I just want to first and foremost say that nothing I say is set in stone. Timelines are always changing. And if you don't like what I have to say, you can totally not receive it. You don't have to accept it. I do feel like there's a magnetic attraction, and that's what holds the two of you together. It will be what is the binding glue that holds you two together. I do feel like I see a Knight of Cups approaching because I do feel like it may dawn on them at some point that there's something here. There's something here with this girl. There's something. The thing is, though, as far as whether this becomes anything concrete, that is really a big question mark. But it's not necessarily a no, because I do see the Ten of Pentacles here, which makes me feel like it's a possibility. There's a possible timeline for the two of you to actually become a unit. But with the Three of Wands, we've got a ways to go. And I do think the fact that there's distance is probably what is the obstacle, because I do see the magnetic attraction here. So you may not be talking right now, but that person, you will be talking more. Like it's like maybe you're not talking right now, but there's a timeline in the future, whether that be days or weeks from now, where you will be back on daily. But There's something like hanging in the air as far as whether this could actually become a full-blown thing, but it would have to be that. Is he a guy? I'm assuming he's a guy. It would have to be Ari who puts this into play. He would have to be the one that steps forward with it's him who has to, I feel like, get the ball rolling on this. What do I mean by that? You know, getting together outside of the internet. Okay. Starting to say certain things that would make you think it's something else. Like there's definitely a possibility, like a possible timeline for the two of you to be together in a more serious way. It's just, we've got a ways to go. And then I feel like during that, you may get to the point where you're kind of like, not for me. This is not for me. You know, because you're a Queen of Swords here. I'm going right to the Queen of Swords. Yes, there's a Queen of Wands here as well too. But that could be also, you know, moving this thing along. This, it makes me think this is you. I'm like, this girl, she's the Queen of Swords. I don't care what sign you are. And I just feel like for you to be paired up with a Knight of Cups, it's like, really? I don't know. You know, there's a personality difference here. You know, you're more of a direct, like, what are we doing type of person. Come on, just like, let's put it on the table. What are we doing? What is this? And this is a person who is, I feel like, runs with emotions, where you're more like a little bit more logical, you know, a little bit more like, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? And you see this between the lines. I think you're going to get sick of that. I think you're going to get sick of this between the lines, like reading between the lines. What is the hidden meaning of everything? The vagueness. You know, you're going to be speculating. You're going to be like, this is too much energy for me. You know, this is just too much energy. And especially for something online, you know, let's get another card. Let's just see what another like deck has to say. Secret crush. More on that. This may look like good, but to me it's very bland. It's like, yeah, you know, there is a crush on you, okay? The secret part, it makes me a little bit worried, just because it's like you're a secret right now. So I don't know how many people in his life know this. But it just feels like you're like a grown woman, I feel like. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 21. We need to be a little bit more grown about this, you know? And I just feel like a Knight of Cups, I mean, it's a little too flimsy for me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like you're my crush, but like, you don't want to be a crush, Shalana, okay? You don't want to be a crush, okay? You want to like, like I said, where are we going with this? And I just feel like, you know, this is what you may grow tired of. So to answer your question, I think there's, okay, sorry about that. I think there's definitely feelings for you. Like really very attracted to you, okay? but you're asking about the outcome. I don't think this Ari person has thought about that, to be honest. I don't think they've thought about that. I think they're just like trotting along, and it's like, I don't know what you've said. Not that you have to say anything, but I think they're getting this indication that you're okay with, you know, how fast everything's moving, you know? So is there a possible timeline where this could be, you know, a thing? Absolutely. But it's going to be up to this person, I guess. And then I also feel like you could get or grow very tired of waiting, okay? And also get into this energy of, a Queen of Swords is not going to sit and read between the lines. No. She wants it on the table, okay? She wants it out on the table. She wants it truthful, like let's call a spade, okay? So this is what I've got for you. Yeah, definitely there's an outcome, a serious outcome with the Ten of Pentacles, but I don't know. I feel like you could be waiting a while. Now, I'm saying live your life. Don't tell this person or demand anything. They know what they need to do, okay? You don't have to explain to people what they need to do. They know. Okay, guys, if you want to get in, you need to get in now. I'm so tired. I literally feel like I want to pass out because this is what happens when I read for a bunch of people. So I am about to close the window or the chat soon or turn this thing off. So just let me know. Or not let me know. Get in now because I'm actually going to go get my phone. I'm really tired. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to turn my... I have to end this. Hold on. Okay. So let's go back to the drawing board. So I'm just going to go down the line, guys. So I'm on Gina, then it's Nandini, and then it's Khaled. Okay, so let's bring forth the messages Gina needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Thank you so much. This is Gina. But on YouTube, I am Heal Your World. Okay. Spirit's advice for whatever comes out. Hi, Heal Your World. What does she need to know? What does she need to know today? What does Spirit want her to know? Ooh. Okay. You're healing something right now. I also see an unexpected, something's going to come up with someone. Someone's coming into your life, and this feels really freaking good. Are you Nandini? No. You haven't been missed. No, you're next. You're next, Nandini. Are you single? Heal Your World? Are you single? If it's not that, it's Soul Tribe. Either way, I don't care if it's romantic or if it's a friendship. There's Soul Tribe coming in. I don't want to say weird, very interesting turn of luck. We've got like a new person coming in, and this is a person who, I mean, I don't want to sit here and say they're going to be in your life forever, but they will be a great addition. No, I'm married? Okay, then this is a friendship. I'm sorry, this is not a marriage. This is not your partner. This is not your partner. This is like someone new. Like this is female for me too, like a female friend. And I like her. I really like her. She's very like warming. She like cooks. She has like a maternal energy as well too. Like she's your friend, but you know, she'll check in with you like your mom. I know, right? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh man, I need that in my life. I've been in isolation for 5 years. It's like no joke. But yeah, like anyways, you're healing something right now. And I don't know if it comes from a man. There's some sort of healing from a man. It's like whoever did the wound, there was a man involved, okay? But we've got a new friend, and this friend knows other people. I don't know when she's coming, by the way. Who gives a crap? She's coming, okay? And she has a circle around her as well, too. She's very well liked, and then you get introduced to this circle, and then you have more friends. So this is like a domino effect. You don't have any true friendship? Well, welcome to the club. There's not one person out there that's going to tell you that. And if they have a bunch of friends, it's fake. It's not real. You are really, you're really evolving. I don't think you can see it with the moon. I don't know if that you can see it. I don't know that you could see how far you're coming, like along. You're really growing into like a really beautiful woman. I'm not talking about even looks. Just a really like sovereign, independent, I don't care if you're married, independent person, just free thinking, you know. You're really doing well with this journey. You're really doing well with this journey. And learning your lessons very quickly. Wow. Maybe you didn't always learn your lessons very quickly, but now you are. And I want to say as well, too, you know, with the magician, please work on your gifts and your talents. I know you can get very busy sometimes, but you've got a lot of talent. And I think that you could probably be doing what I'm doing or be a healer in some way. I don't know if it's Reiki. I don't know what it is. Like, what do you do for work? Because it should be creative. It should be creative. It should be a God-given talent. I can't see you like typing emails and like just faxing things. Like this needs to be something you create. Give me more. Okay. That card I feel like was very stubborn. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Have you come to realize that? Have you bloomed in that way? Are you like no longer a victim in your life? Do you look at everything now like differently? You're very open right now. Very open, Heal Your World. And because you're so open, you're just going to get more thrown at you in a good way. And it's like, she can handle it. Why not? She can handle it. She's doing great. But you're starting to see that everything that happens to you is happening for you, not to you. Oh, you did start a YouTube channel? I love that. Amazing. Amazing. Because, you know, with the Hangman, it may be kind of an idol right now. And, you know, you mentioned that you're a mom, so I understand you could be very busy, but just keep giving it life. Amazing. Let's get one more for what she needs to know. No. Have you learned the word no? Some people need to learn that. I did. I used to come from a place of yes. I used to say yes to anything. Anytime someone invited me to something, yes, 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 yes. No, now it's no, 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 no. I don't feel guided to, no. We've got wait, postpone, pause, say no. So are you more functioning from feeling the intuition that when you feel no, it's like, look at that thunder in the back. You know it's going to lead to that, so you don't put yourself in that stuff anymore. You've learned to say no. You've learned to wait. Maybe you've got a good handle on patience now as well, too. That's also a big thing. You've learned to pause, take time out, and you've learned to say no. You've just learned to set boundaries. Yep. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Boundaries. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah. Look, everybody wants at you, but you're like, nope, not today. Not today. I don't know why, but I feel guided to draw a card from here too. Let's just get one card. Starseed Oracle deck. Let's get a card for you. Called. Wow. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Yeah, you're not like through the door yet, but you're right there. So this is what I'm talking about with the Magician. Please make sure that if you're getting any kind of callings, because you will get, and if that hasn't happened yet, trust me, you're going to get called. Make sure that, you know, you're at least coming from a place of yes with that. And it does say here, soul gifts and training. So training, okay? You may have to learn some things that may be annoying, but it is time to step up. You're ready. So it doesn't matter what you've got going on. You think the universe gives a SHIT about that? You're talking to somebody who has a big family, okay? Married for almost 18 years with, you know, many offspring, okay? So the universe doesn't give a SHIT. If they can use you, they're going to use you, okay? So just know that, you know, you're walking towards a path of being called. Good luck with that, okay? Really, good luck with that. I just had a calling to start a class, already researched. How crazy. Not crazy at all. Very cool. Very cool. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, Nandini, I'm on you. I have an exam for associate project management on Thursday. Would I pass it? Would I be able to become a project manager in the future? Is it going to be profitable, like a good career choice for me? Okay. So let's bring forth the messages that Nandini needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. Whoa. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, wow, that just flipped over with a lot of energy. So with the sun, you're going to be very successful, okay? But let's just pull the cards, okay? Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Will she pass her project management exam? And will she obviously be able to become one in the future? Will it be profitable? Interesting. Wow. Really? Really? The sun again. Wow. What are the chances, right? So, yes, you will pass. I will say though, if you're hoping for like a 99 or, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter, but like, I don't know why they're being guided. Like I'm being guided to tell you that. It may not be like at the highest, but you will pass. Okay. It won't be like a 95 or up, but you will pass. Now, what I can say is that if you believe that this career is for you and you want it, you will have it, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time. You will have to perfect your skills. Okay. You will have to maybe even juggle two things at once. But yes, this could be very good for you. Whether it's profitable, not at first. I'm not going to lie to you. Not at first. It won't be profitable at first. This is a long road. Okay. I'm not saying 10 years or anything like that, but you could eventually become a boss. Now, can a project manager become a boss? A boss, not a boss, a boss? Like, can they be in a leadership position? I don't know, but I actually see you starting your own company with this eventually. And I do feel like you've got what it takes to, I feel like, excel at this because you have that mental agility, okay? You've got that mental agility. And this is what is needed for this type of work, okay? There will be a lot of the times where you will have to strategize. You will have to strategize and you will have to maybe even lie to yourself a lot because with the hangman, you will feel like sometimes it's stagnating, but I feel like you have this ability to talk to yourself, to make yourself like focus, okay? I don't think this career is for someone who is like, I don't want to use the word weak, okay? Yeah, your own company down the road for sure. I don't want to say that this is not for somebody weak, but like you got to be strong with this career, okay? You got to be really strong and you have to be able to like survive. This is survival of the fittest type of work. I don't know why I'm seeing that. I just am. But it's a constant evolution, like constantly having to brush up on skills, take courses. Listen, the short answer is yes, you'll pass your exam. Yes, you will become a project manager. Okay. Do you think my peers at work will support? Who cares? Who cares if they do? Who cares if they support you? Honestly, that's not my words, that's spirit. Who cares? Why are we even asking about that? Who cares if they support? You are an empress, lady. You are a co-creator. You are a co-creator. You are meant to be at the top. You're not here to, like, yes, in the meantime, until you get there, yes, okay? You can take orders, you can, you know, but eventually you need to sit at the top, okay? And I really do think that you could take whatever you've learned at the end or eventually and start your own business. But this is a constant evolution of like sharpening skills, okay? Sharpening skills, becoming better, you know, constantly being better, ahead of the curve, okay? Ahead of the curve. And you will do this. You know, I'm not telling you any of this because this is what you need to do. You are gonna, I'm already seeing you doing this. This is not a type of reading that I'm here to tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, this is what I'm seeing you already doing. You're gonna be doing this. Let's get more on this. You're taking off. You're gonna be taken off with this. You see that Knight of Swords? He's bold, he's brash, and he wants it. And because he wants it, he's going to get it. Give me more. We've got sugarcoating. You don't need them. Road rage. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And this was on the bottom. Taking the elevators instead of the stairs. Sugarcoating. You're going to play the game. Okay, you're going to play the game. You're going to do what you got to do. You're going to smile. You're going to do what you got to do in the meantime. And then you're going to get to a point where you don't need them. You don't need them. Then you're going to say F off. Okay, you're not going to say it, but you're going to think it. And then you're going to eventually fly away. And you're going to do your own thing. Passing this exam, I mean. You're going to pass the exam. But you're going to shoot up real quick. Like, I don't even think here. This is not like, okay, I get into project managing and I work for someone else for my whole life. I feel like there's a moment, there's a viral moment in your life where you decide to make a bold move and you do your own thing. Okay? So this looks like nothing but great. Nothing but great. And who knows what will lead you, to doing your own thing, but who cares? Who cares what leads you to doing your own thing? You're going to be doing your own thing. So listen, relax, okay? Relax, breathe. Go to your exam. I don't know if you did it already. Do your exam, have your confidence that you do, and just, relax. If you've done the exam already, relax. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I would tell you a lot of stuff if I saw it here. But this looks like this is for you. This looks like this is for you. You will do really well with this. So just, again, put a smile on your face and forget about it, okay? You're welcome. Hold on. Let me see here. Yashika. I've got, okay, you'd have to get in right now, and then I literally cannot take anybody after that, okay? I'm on Khaled, next in love. God bless you. Khaled, are you a female or male? I hope I am not chasing a wrong career. No, I didn't see that whatsoever in those cards. That's the stuff I'm telling you I would have said. If I said, what are you doing here? This doesn't seem like this is you. I didn't feel that. Now, whether 10 years in the future you decide to shift, I can't answer that right now. I'm not gonna be able to see something like that right now. Khaled, are you there? Can you please confirm whether you are male or female? Next in love for Khaled. Let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Next in love for Khaled, please. I do see somebody here. 1 second. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Male. Okay. I see, Yashika. I see. So, I do have a lovely lady here. Are you into females? I'm assuming you're into females, but I shouldn't assume. I see a lovely lady here, and she's sent by God, okay? Whatever God, whoever God you pray to. I think you know this woman. Not you know her, like I think you know her like from another life. I think you have a sensing of her, that there's this woman that you want, and you know all the things you want, and she has them all. This is like when a man says, I'm looking for this, and she has this and she has that. She may even have a look to her. That's not weird, actually, when it, like with what's being shown to me. You actually are sensing a woman that like you innately know on a deep level you're supposed to be with. You're getting an intuition about her. And the beautiful thing is, I feel like with the surrender card, you're not willing to settle unless it's her. So yes, you may dabble here and there, but you're not going to commit to anybody until it's that woman. Okay? Divine timing. She's coming in, especially even with the star. She's going to be coming in very, very uniquely, in a way that is like divinely orchestrated. It's like, I couldn't even pick a better way for her to come in. And it's very magical. It's very magical. It's very magical. And you will commit very quickly. Now, you asked me what's next in love. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean next week? Do you mean next month? I can't tell you that. They're not giving me a time. This could be in years from now. But there is someone out there for you. And she will be a wife, and she will have your children. Okay? She will have your children. You'll know her as soon as you see her. And she will make you chase. She will make you chase. You will move mountains when you meet her. You'll want to give her whatever she wants. Something in you will become a person you don't even know. But she's also an asset. Like, she's got stuff. She's well known. Like, within her family, she has a good family, and that family, there's assets. Okay, I don't know why you need to know that, but I'm just picking up more. Like, she comes with stuff, you know. So like, her father has money, and the two of you can make a nice life, because I feel like with the King of Pentacles, you know, by the time you meet her, you will be a very wealthy man as well too. Just in general, that's a good thing to know, hopefully very soon. I know, right? Yeah. Stay true to her by not settling, because there are going to be some women, I feel like, in the meantime, that are going to come, and you know, they may be nice, but they don't have that full thing, and you will always feel like a lacking. There will always be something lacking with these women that you meet, and it's like, just not there. It's just not there. It's just not there fully. With her, it will be like the picture is complete. The picture is complete. She is like sent by the universe. I don't know if you're manifesting her. I don't know what you're doing, but with that star, she is divinely orchestrated. Just as you are in her life too. Divinely orchestrated. You know how you can meet her faster? Keep working on yourself, okay, with the Hermit. Keep working on yourself. This is what will bring you to her quicker. Work on yourself in whatever way you think that is. I'm not going to explain to you what that means. Just work on yourself. Like, be a better you than you were yesterday. Whether that be that you start eating better, whether that be that you start working out, whether that be that, you know, you start forgiving or, you know, healing, whatever it may be. But there is a person for you. I personally wouldn't even ask about love again. If you ever book a reading with me again, don't even bother asking about love again, because there is someone here for you. And there's nothing you have to do, really, to go out of your way to meet them, okay? She is for you, and just as you are for her, okay? There's nothing more I can say about this. It's beautiful, really beautiful. But pay attention to your intuition, because, you know, she may show up in the dream state. She may show up somehow. You got to really pay attention. This card doesn't come out for no reason. Pay attention to your intuition, because they're trying to warm you up to her before you meet her, so that when you do meet her, it's like, you know. So pay attention. She may show up in dream state as someone you're like, who's this person? I don't know who they are. Oh my God, she was so beautiful, but I don't know who she is. Like that, okay? Okay, general reading for Yashika. Oops. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way, so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. General reading for Yashika, please. Okay, this is an interesting message. I don't know if you've got like some sort of like, there's like positive news coming in regards to something. Like, I don't know what this is. Is there like, I don't know if it's a bill. I don't know if this is like a court thing. I don't know what this is. But there's something like the tide's turning in your favor. There's a ruling. There's a decision made. Are you waiting on a decision right now? Are you waiting on a decision right now from something like a government or something? Answer me quickly, because I have to go, Yashika. Is there like a decision that you're waiting on? A decision. It works in your favor, whatever it is. I don't know what this is. Possibly. Okay, well, listen, it goes in your favor, okay? The other thing I'd like you to be aware of is, did I pick this up for you last time? I'm telling you, there's a female. There's a female. I don't know who she is. She's going to be reaching out to you. I don't know what this is. This is someone you know, possibly in the family. That's coming up again. I don't know if she, you know, I don't know if this is coming up so much because, you know, they're kind of urging you, Spirit, for forgiveness. Like, there needs to be forgiveness. Forgiveness. I'm hearing the word forgiveness. That's going to be a tough one. I don't know. I feel like she wants to make contact, but you're like with the Hangman, like, I don't know. I don't know about that, really. I don't know how I feel about that. Control, Alt, Delete. This is someone you've deleted. Like you deleted them a long time ago. You're not on speaking terms with. Someone's getting some sort of regrets regarding you. I don't know if that person's sick. You know, sometimes when we get sick in life, when people get sick in life, they start to all of a sudden start to think. That's going to be hard, Mama. I know. The crazy thing about this, Yashika, is that I don't think she's even going to ask for forgiveness. I think just the reaching out or wanting to talk to you is her way of asking for forgiveness. So I don't think she's even going to say it. Give me more. This is a very deep wound with the caution card. This is like something I don't want to revisit. It's a female, possibly a mom. Trust your intuition about it. Like, don't trust me. Look what's on the bottom. Karma is a bitch. It hasn't worked well in her favor. It hasn't worked well in her favor. Was she like this? Belligerent? Was she belligerent? Did she used to say nasty things? Was she like a person who didn't think twice before saying certain things to you or acted this way? Like with no thought process, just wild? Yeah, you don't have to write about it here, Yashika. I understand what you're saying. Don't even think you have to write about it here. I just feel like something, I don't know when this is going to happen, but just, I don't know if they want me to talk to you about this because they're trying to prepare you. I feel like they're trying to prepare you. Like this is coming so that you don't get so shocked. I feel like someone's not doing well. Like how old is this woman? I don't know. I don't know if it's even because of that. Maybe with the hangman, she's doing some thinking. I don't know. I can't even tell why she's doing this. Give me more. What does she need to know about anything? So you got the no card. No. Wait, postpone, pause, or say no. So that's really coming through to let you know that, you know, you have the right to make a decision if you don't want to, you know, but just know you have to live with it, okay? That's one thing. You can... Oh, you shouldn't be shocked, Yashika. You keep coming back to me. I guess I'm kind of accurate on things, right? This is coming up because you do get the right. You do have the right to say no. Okay? You do have the right to say no. Don't think just because I'm bringing this up that, you know, you have to move forward with it. But it's coming. I also want to say as well, too, there may be an opportunity to work for... I know kind of what you do now. I've read for you enough, but that's why I can see what I'm seeing here. You may get an opportunity, a new job to work with a new family as well too, okay? You may get an opportunity to work with a new family. Could bring a little money, I don't know. I actually like this family. They're very down to earth. They're not like snobby or anything like that. Yeah. I'm just looking. I just realized with the Emperor, we also have a father here too. A father and a mother. This is family though with the Ten of Cups. You had this last time. You make the decision yourself, not based on this reading. Trust your own intuition. And you have the right, if you're not ready, you don't have to accept anything from anyone, okay? All right, well, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you to everyone who was here. Till I see you next time, you all have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend. And again, I wish you guys all the best. Take care.